Alright everybody, Brandon back again. Another day, another video. Today I am entering Bill over at the VinylVerse's 300 subs contest. It's he named it Through the Years, and he wants us to show an album or a song from at least 4 different years that are significant to you in your life. So I got 4 picked out here. We'll see how this goes. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to talk about some of this stuff, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw it out there. So the first one I picked is the Deftones, Around the Fur. And this came out in '97, and that was, well, '96. My mom got diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. So that was kind of a heavy moment for a little kid. I'll never forget. I was in the kitchen with her when she answered the phone and got the phone call, and it was tough. It was a tough time. It was a tough time, and I was young, angsty, and just all around kind of a rough patch. So this album, I remember the first time I was up late one night watching MTV, and My Own Summer came on with that. You know, they're out on the platforms on the ocean, and the sharks attacking the pig, and just that opening riff, My Own Summer. I fell in love with it instantly, and I got this album probably the next week, or not album, but CD, and this was on constant rotation for months and months and months on end. It did a lot for me, and kind of gave me a way to vent without actually venting through listening to the music. So that's my first year, 1997, with Deftones, Around the Fur. Second year I picked is 2001, and the album is Lateralis by Tool. Now this is on a little happier note here. This is the 2001, the year I got my license in my first car. So that was kind of my first driving in a car and just spacing out and listening to an album that's something special for me. I just love it. I don't need a destination. I can just pop an album on, go for a cruise, and listen to it. It's just, I love doing it. It's a way that I really can sit back and just dig into the music. And your first car, you know, the freedom that comes with it. I was always the kid with headphones on all the time anyways. You know, we used to take trips out to North Dakota every summer to visit my parents, and I'd have headphones on all the way there, all the way back, and music is a huge, huge chunk of my life. And when you get your first car, you know, and you got the stereo in it, and you can cruise around, that's a special time. So 2001 with Lateralis by Tool. And that CD, because that's what I had when it came out, and I remember that CD had that cool booklet with the clear, like you used to find in old encyclopedias, where you could peel back the skin, peel back the muscle, the nervous system down to the skeleton. But it was all really cool artwork by Alex Gray, who does a lot of the artwork for the band. So their packaging is always top notch. I remember that CD very well. The next year I picked is 2004, and the album I picked is Coheed and Cambria, In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. And now, there's a reason I picked that album, but 2004 is the year I graduated, and that summer after we graduated is what I consider to be probably the first time I ever played a real gig in a band. Me and a couple of friends of mine, it was a punk rock group, and we had been playing for a little while, but we entered a big battle of the bands in the Milwaukee area, and the first place prize was recording time and an opening slot for these guys on this tour on Coed and Cambria. So we went through, and I think it was 3 rounds, and we made it to the last one, and we ended up winning. We got first place, so we recorded a little 3-song demo, and we got to open up for these guys at the Eagles Ballroom down in Milwaukee. So that was really cool, and that was a huge moment. I mean, we've been playing Legion Halls, parties, and that kind of stuff, but that was the first time I ever played an actual real gig up on a stage with an audience, and it was amazing. It was euphoric and all in itself. It was a blast. Another one that I will never ever forget. And last, the 4th year. This is the one that I was a little iffy about. I picked 2016. The album is Sturgill Simpson, A Sailor's Guide to Earth. Sturgill Simpson, if you don't know, is a newer guy. He's really great kind of alt-rock country, I guess. If you like Chris Stapleton, or you like kind of just outlawish country, Waylon, he sounds a lot like Waylon Jennings, I think. Great voice. The guy can sing, and he writes a great tune. You should really check him out. And this album, he kind of opens up the doors a little more, and the first song on here, it ends up just in a crescendo of horns and strings, and it's really, really great songwriting. I would highly recommend checking out Sturgill Simpson and this album. But so 2016 was a heavy year for me, and I picked that because November 26th of 2016 I checked myself into rehab for heroin and cocaine addiction, and that was 2 years ago, and I've been clean ever since, and it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. I feel great, and it was a bad time. I spent the better part of a decade kind of just in not a good place. Not a good place. You know, bad things to myself, bad things to other people. And it all came to a head in those kind of last few months. But yeah. I checked in 2016, November 26th, and I was in there. I was in detox for a month, and then I went into an outpatient program after that, and it all kind of circles back around here. This was the first album that I really heard and listened to after I, got out and was. You're really trying to just find yourself again after all that. So I really buried myself in this album a lot. It resonates with me still. Stuff just he talks about. This album means a lot to me. But also, after that, through the program I was in, I ended up getting a job at Goodwill after I completed the program, and working there really re-sparked, because I had been collecting records for a long time. Since I was a teenager, I kind of, pick up albums that I like here and there, but working at Goodwill really kind of sparked and brought back my passion for music, because I'd see all the LPs come in. And I know some people are going to hate me for this, but working there, I had first dibs at. I had first grabs, so I would make sure I set aside some gems I wanted, and that opened the floodgates back into buying music, and it got me back into playing music. It really did a lot for me. So that was 2 years ago, and that brings us to this date, which I guess is also an important date for me, because it's today. I'm still here and I'm still kicking. So I appreciate anybody that watches this video, and you know, Bill, great contest. I hope you get a lot of entries. I hope you get a lot of subs. You know, I enjoy your channel. I'll be pushing it and throwing it out there. But that's my entry for your 300 subs through the years contest. Thanks a lot, everybody. Keep spinning.